In this video, I'll demonstrate how to calculate basic single-factor productivity, or let's call it SFP for short. So here's our problem. John and Lucy make some wooden boxes in which to ship motorcycles. John and his 3 employees invest a total of 40 hours per day, making 120 boxes. So what this tells us is this company produces boxes, which means that these are the outputs, and they use labor for inputs, or hours. And we have 4 separate requirements for this problem. So the first is to determine their productivity. Well, since in this situation we only have one output and one input, what we're looking for basically here is to calculate single factor productivity. And the formula for single factor productivity is the number of units output divided by the number of units input. In this case, our outputs are 120 boxes per day, and our output is 40 hours per day. Well, that gives us a single factor productivity of a nice round number of 3.0 boxes per hour. So that's the answer to requirement A. Now if we move to requirement B, John and his employees here have discussed redesigning the process to improve efficiency. If they can increase the rate to 125 boxes per day, what will be the new productivity? Well, this is simple enough. If we want to calculate our revised single factor productivity, now based on 125 boxes per day, divided by the same 40 hours input, well, this is going to now give us 3.125 boxes per hour. Now, knowing this, we can now look at determining how productivity has changed. So requirement C asks what will be their unit increase in productivity per hour. Well, that's no problem. The unit change, and I like to call that delta or triangle, is simply equal to the new productivity minus the old. So here we have a new productivity of 3.125 boxes per hour minus 3.0 boxes per hour gives us a change of 0.125 boxes per hour. Requirement D has us look at determining the percentage change in productivity. Well, the percentage change is actually based on the unit change. The percentage change, so you could actually do this in 2 ways. The first is to take the new minus the old over the old productivity. So this gives us 3.125 minus 3.0 divided by 3.0. And of course, this 0.125 is actually the answer to that part. Well, this will give us a change in productivity of 0.04166, which equals 4.166%. The alternative way to do it is you can also take the new productivity divided by the old and then subtract 1. So the new productivity is 3.125, the old productivity is 3.0, and when you subtract 1 from that, you will still get 4.166%. So there you have a basic single-factor productivity calculation that determines the starting point for productivity, a revised productivity when you change the production, and then a change in productivity, both in units and the percentage, using 2 different approaches. I hope you found this useful.